Okay, write a two-column proof, that's what we're going to do. Statement, reasons. Okay, given to us here, first of all, it's given to us that the distance from A to B is the same as the distance from A to B is equal to the distance from C to D. It's also given to us that segment AB is parallel to segment CD. And we're supposed to prove that the two triangles are congruent. This is all given. First, I'm going to go in straight to something that this given tells you. All they told us is that what? The lengths are equal. What does that mean? That means that they are what? Congruent. So I need to write that. Because I'm going to try to do either side angle side or side 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 to prove that the two triangles are congruent.
Do you want us to write this down or just watch you?
You can watch and then write it down. I'll freeze and you write it down after you're done. Definition of congruency. Okay? Is everybody okay there? Okay. Do you see anything else by looking at that picture that I can say is congruent?
AD.
Yeah, AD is congruent to AD.
AD is congruent to AD.
Common side.
It's congruent to itself, is it not?
Yes.
So that is why. It's a
Common side.
common side.
It's because the two triangles use the same one.
We're trying to prove these two triangles congruent, correct?
Yeah.
So I've got an S and a what? I've got an S and a S. I'm either trying to get side angle side or side side side. There has to be something else that I can look at in that picture to lead me towards a third thing, because I only have two of the three, don't I? I've only proven two sides congruent, so either of these are on the table, I guess you could say.
Could we say C or AC is congruent to?
What? Here's the thing. When this happens, first, I'm looking at this. Is there anything that looks like that the picture gives me right now, like vertical angles or common side?
Common
Or
side.
things that we already got the common side part, right? But there's really nothing else that jumps out at you maybe from the picture. Did they give you any other information that we haven't used yet
The
in the
parallel.
given?
AB is parallel to CD.
We haven't done anything with them being parallel. Now, sometimes they'll give you some dummy information or false information, but most of the time, did they probably give that to you for a reason?
Yeah.
What do you know about parallel lines? What was the whole last chapter about?
That's the same slide.
Parallel lines being cut by what?
Transversal.
Transversal. Is that what I've got going on here? Do I have two parallel lines and are they cut by a transversal?
Yes.
What did all that tell us?
So angle ADC is congruent to
No.
DAB, the angles?
There is no angle ABC.
Well, ADC.
Well, here's the deal. That angle is congruent to that angle. Do you know why? Because they are alternate interior angles. I mean, are they not?
Yeah.
Would you agree? Extended this out?
Is that an angle? A is congruent to angle D.
Why would I be correct to say angle A there? Would I know what you were talking about?
No.
Angle D.
It's congruent.
Would I be correct to say angle D? Would I know what angle you were talking about if you said angle D?
No, you have to
No.
say angle DAB or ADC.
I can't, because there's more than one angle there, I have to say it using what? All three letters. So I want to say that this angle is congruent to this angle. How could I name this angle?
ABD.
BH.
No, it's not going to be ABD. ABD is this angle, A to B to D.
BAD.
Angle BAD is congruent to angle, well, I've said this angle, haven't I?
CDA.
CDA,
Yeah.
because they're alternate. Now, are these the included angles with those two sides? This, I've got this side congruent to that side, and these congruent to itself. Isn't that the angle included by those two sides?
Yeah.
So, I know they're congruent by side angle side now because I've said the side, and the what? Angle. So, I can say triangle ACD is congruent to triangle what?
DAB.
by what?
Side angle
Side
side.
angle side. We ended up using what? Side angle side there, didn't we?
Mhm.
Will we ever have to use geometry in our life?
Yes.
And what?
Talk about that another time. Okay. Everybody got that down?
Yes.
We're gonna do number 3, except we're not gonna do a paragraph proof, we're going to do a what?
2 column.
2 column proof. Okay,
This is the last one we're doing.
yes. Now, if you look at this. First of all, let's write down our given. B is the what? Midpoint of YZ. V is the midpoint of WX. Why is that true? It's given. And we're supposed to prove those triangles congruent. Right now, I want you to lead me to what these things say. If V is the midpoint of YZ, what does that mean? What am I
YZ
saying?
has to equal VZ.
What does it mean to be a midpoint? It cuts it in.
Half.
So if V is in the middle of YZ, what does that mean?
VY is equal to VZ.
Does it mean that those two are congruent?
Yes.
Would everyone agree with that? So my next step could be to say that YV is congruent to VZ. The reason would be definition of a midpoint, right? What else could I say though with the same, it also said that V is the midpoint of what?
So
WX, so
WV is
So WV is congruent to what?
Yes.
VX. By the same reason. Okay, so I've got 2 sides taken care of here. I just need to figure out, am I gonna be doing side, 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 or side, angle, side? I have to then look at the picture and say, how am I gonna get the what? Third thing. Is it gonna be a side or an angle? Is there any way to look at this picture and just say, okay, YW has to be equal to XZ, other than saying it looks like it?
angle.
There's no way. Is there any way you can look at this picture and say 2 angles are congruent?
Yes.
Yes?
Vertical.
Vertical angles. I have And they make the X, right? The opposite angles have to be what? Okay, do I say angle B is congruent to angle D?
No.
I have to use what? Three points. So angle what?
XVZ.
I heard XVZ is congruent to angle what?
YVW.
What is my reasoning?
Vertical angles.
They are vertical angles.
And now we can state that this.
And this is an
triangle-
angle. Now, the question is, do I have side, angle, side? I
Yes.
have an angle and two sides, but is it the included angle?
Yes.
Is that the angle in between those two? It is, isn't it? So my next step is just to say, I can say what? Triangle what? XVZ is congruent to triangle WVY. What is the reasoning?
Side to
Side,
side.
angle, side. Write that down. You ought to be able to do the rest of the proofs.